So I've arrived at Beadnell Bay, set up quite quickly. All I did was level it out a little bit. Look at that blue sky. Been here before, it's a nice site. Came here with my tent box. Out here with my motorhome. So I'm making myself a spaghetti bolognese. So I've got my dolmio, got a bit of mince, well quite a lot of mince, I won't eat all that. And I've just put, well I boiled the water off first with the kettle because I've got electricity. And now I'm just letting the pasta boil up a little bit, and then we'll add the mince, add the onion, and the sauce, and then we'll be all done. So considering it's a very small motorhome, the place is a mess, but hey ho. The kitchen's alright. It's got this little thing that pulls out, which gives you a bit more workspace. I would say that in this motorhome, the one thing that is a bit of a letdown that I've found is the storage space. So in my caravan was probably about the same size as this, without the front bit. But it had loads of storage. Literally there was space for, like under the seats there was space for things, whereas this just doesn't really have space under the seats, which is a bit of a nuisance. You'd think like a big motor, well it's not a big motor, but you'd think a motorhome would have more storage in it, and it just doesn't. So that's the only drawback really. Oh, one thing that I've just bought a screen which connects to my radio, so I can either do it through auxiliary in or Bluetooth if it's got Bluetooth. That radio doesn't have Bluetooth because it's from about 1843. Or you can connect it to one of the FM stereo bands. Now, for some strange reason, this radio doesn't store radio bands. So if I put it onto, I don't know, let's say for instance radio 2, and I put it to the exact band, it will always, when I turn it back on, it will always go to the same band but not radio 2. So there's a preset number, but you can't change that preset number. Fortunately, I can preset that thing to be on the same waveband as its preset radio station, so I can listen to my Spotify, and it's got Android player and everything on it. So it's pretty good. I'll show you that in a bit. So anyway, I'm going to crack on with my dinner. So it's cooked. I've also put some Doritos on there. A bit overexposed there. Some Doritos, I'm going to put it on with it so I can eat my bolognese with my Doritos. Right, come down to the beach. Tide's out a little bit. And if I didn't tell you that it was so blooming cold, you would think this was a beautiful summer's day. It's absolutely gorgeous. There literally isn't a single cloud in the sky. Well, had my dinner, went over the road to the beach. Bit of a rocky stroke sandy beach. just made my bed up. I'm really liking this motorhome. I'm loving the whole thing of literally being able to just go off on a moment's notice. Literally today, I had no intention of going away. I wasn't well yesterday. Today, no intention. Then all of a sudden, you know what? I think I'm going to go. Had a look on the Camping and Caravanning website. What I was actually looking for was to see if they've got any rallies in the area. There wasn't any rallies until the beginning of this weekend. So, well, tomorrow. I think the first one starts tomorrow, but there's none this week in our area. So that would have been nice, because they're dirt cheap. They're like, 10, 15 quid. And I'd have just gone and done that. But instead I came to Beadnell Bay, which is just, I think it's 56 miles from my house. I live right on the edge of Northumberland, just in North Tyneside. So 3-4 miles from my house, I'm in Northumberland, and then just come up the coast, and I'm here. Beadnell Bay is lovely. I've been here before. Came here with my tent box a few years back. Not long after I had tent box, I think. Probably only had it about a year, and I came here. Didn't really benefit from coming to a camping and caravanning site, because I didn't have any electrics. It was just literally, I just parked up, and I could have parked up anywhere really. Whereas today I've come with my motorhome, I've plugged in, so I've got all the heating's on, it's nice and warm, it's freezing outside, there's not a cloud in the sky, it's gorgeous, it's blue sky, gorgeous, but literally I think I almost lost 4 fingers because frostbite, it was that cold. So I've got the heating on, all the lights are on, that's why you can see my face. It's just brilliant. It's so cool that you can just come somewhere and you've got all your creature comforts. I'm comfortable and warm. I'm going to watch my tablet in a minute. So I was thinking of getting a telly. There's no point in me getting a telly at the moment for my motorhome. Might as well watch a tablet that I can do everything that I can do on a telly without spending £200-300 or more. Yeah, so really loving this life. I'll show you my bed setup. Oh, my back's killing me. I think I pulled a muscle when I was being sick the other day. So I'm suffering a bit at the moment. So anyway, I'm going to show you now how my bed's set up. I haven't got my blanket on yet. So there you go. Look at that. So I've just got a sheet on. I've got a tent box down blanket there. They're not the best for this sort of situation, to be honest. You're probably better off just having a normal duvet. Just use that for storage. Actually, the other day I went up there just for a little bit of a lie down. Didn't get to sleep or anything, but that is the most comfortable bed I think I've ever been in. It is so comfortable up there. The only problem is I'm in my 50s, and unfortunately you have to go for a wee quite often during the night, and I don't fancy coming down this steep set of ladders from that position in the middle of the night when it's pitch black. And when I say it's steep, look at this. I would say that's almost 90 degrees. So, and there's literally no room up there whatsoever. So you can't sit on the end as an adult. You can't sit on the end and come down. You've got to sort of, I don't know, you just got to put yourself into some sort of contortion position to get down. So yeah, most comfortable bed by far in the whole of the van, but the most awkward to get out of. It's quite easy to get up there, but it's just not very easy to get down. There's the campsite, and the sea is literally just over there. So on the other side of that road that's over there is the sea. So yeah, this is my bed. There we go. Bed's made. The first time I went away, I did pull these out, and it came to about there, and it made it into a really large double bed, like king size bed. The only problem is, if you had somebody up there, you wouldn't be able to put the ladders up. So God knows how anybody would come down. They'd have to go up and then stay up there until you were ready to bring them down. I suppose if you got little kids, you could just lift them up there and lift them down. It wouldn't be a problem. But if there's anybody a little bit bigger, it might be a bit of a problem. My daughter slept on here at the weekend. So if I turn that seat around, it's just about big enough. I can lie on there. So technically, this can be a 5-berth as a push. That's the bathroom with the shower. One issue I've got with this, whoever had the motorhome before me, well, the guy who had it before me, he said that the people before him left the water in for the toilet. I don't believe that. I think either he or somebody put blue into where it should have been the pink, because when you flush it, you get little black bits. Let me turn the light on. So you see little black bits. So you get little black bits coming through, and I think that's the bacteria or something from the blue liquid. But I think it's not as bad as what it was. I did flush it once, flush it through once, and it got a little bit better. But yeah, I think it was a bit of a rookie mistake that the person before me, or the person before the person who had it before me, did. So yeah, really pleased with this motorhome. Loving the fact of being able to just go away when I want. Loving how comfortable it is, how small it is. It's only 5.5 metres. So I can literally park in a car park space. So, yeah, it's brilliant. Alright, speak to you later. So, had a good night's sleep. And made my bed up. Put all my rubbish up there. And now I was going to make a bacon sandwich. The only problem is, I forgot the bread. So bacon sandwich is not really going to be a thing. More of a, well, I bought these last night from a meal. And I didn't have them. So I'm going to make, I bought this crumpet thing, which I've had one of these in the past. They're pretty good actually. So I'm going to make my bacon. When I've done my bacon, I'm going to put it in one of these, or a couple of these maybe. Then you fold it in that, crimp it, then put it under the grill. So let's see what that looks like. So there you go, I've put some bacon in there. put one of these on there, put the bacon on, push it over, squeeze it down, tear off the edges, make it look like a pie, and then this is going to go in the grill. So remember, you do not put this in the grill. So that is now grilling underneath there. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Well, it was a beautiful, not a cloud in the sky sort of day. However, we are right next to the sea, and look at this. Sea mist has just come in all of a sudden. So 3-4 minutes ago this was completely clear. Now this is the week after the last week of the Easter holidays, so all the kids went back last week, irrespective of where you live. So some went back the week before, some went back this week. So you would think this was going to be quite empty, but it's not. It's quite full, or quite busy. I wouldn't say full, but it's quite busy. Some nice motorhomes and caravans on here. See the mist rolling in. Sun's trying to break through, but the mist is really rolling in. So there's a boat going out, Serenity. I've been on that boat before, I think. I've been on one of those two boats, one behind it. And they go out to the Farne Islands, and you can see all the seals, and you can see the puffins, etc. You might be able to hear the foghorn because it's very foggy. Some geezer out there washing his boat. We'll walk along here and see what's occurring. I've come to the end of the pier, and a boat, that was a quick boat, that's gone out to sea already. So there's the sea. I don't know if you'll be able to see the boat. I can see it just about. Oh, maybe I can't. It's literally disappeared. Oh my God. That'd be the foghorn. And that'd be sea houses. As if by magic, the sun's come out. It's a little bit hazy still, but I'm at the car park outside Bamburgh Castle. Still foggy in the area where I've just come from, which is down that way towards sea houses. And this car park here, you can actually camp overnight, providing you reserve it well in advance. So after 6 o'clock, those bays will be reserved for specific motorhomes. They have to prepay for those. I think it's £12 a night plus whatever the parking rate is, something like that anyway. So I'm going to have a little walk into Bamburgh. So this is the village of Bamburgh then. So if you look down there, there's the castle. A little bit of fog over there. And that was the scene where a few movies have been made, Indiana Jones and what else? Transformers, etc. Not really a lot in Bamburgh. There's quite a few little tea houses. A couple of little pubs. There's a little church in the distance over there, which is quite nice. That's a resting place for a very famous lady who saved lots of people at the lighthouse on the File Islands. Can't remember her name now. It's a beautiful Bamburgh Castle from the other side. And then you've got a lovely Bamburgh beach. However, you can barely see the sea. You can see the mist. It's even coming in over the land.